these are just shooting game shots.
Now here's Booker, covered by Smith. Here's Mayo. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And a wide open look for Freak. Another three for Cleveland.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Bledsoe. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bledsoe's got 10.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
That'll do it for the first half. The Cavaliers lead by 10. And
well, Brandon.
now the third quarter have to get going. In for Chandler. Kyle Anderson comes in for Zeller. And it's Payne in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Alexander's checked in for Mozgov. Harrell comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for James. And Freak subbed in for Irving. Payne out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Warren. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Booker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Cavaliers leading by 16. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Freak's got 17 now. Knight for 3. And good on the basket. Book it.
Tip for tap right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Freak. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against Golden State.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Anderson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Knight. He has 5. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Knight. Knight's got 3 assists tonight.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Freak. And the 3 off target. Suns trail by 14. And here's Mayo from the arc. Alexander grabs the board. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Magic.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Brandon Knight. The Cavaliers shooting 43% from the field. Here's Freak. The three-pointer off the mark. And Booker kicks to Knight. There's the three. And yes, sir, that one drops. Knight's got 10.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cleveland ahead, up 11. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers leading by 11. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Move the ball.
Freak with it.
Too much.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Puts up a three. From deep.
Cavaliers foul ball. That's his fourth personal foul.
9 seconds left in the game.
Substitution for the Suns.
Kane kicks to Knight.
Cameron Payne.
It's stolen by Smith. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the side.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin...
from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, laid back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So laid back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your down? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in
subscribe, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening this week in 2K16, and give you a chance at some VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
Yeah, I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live, how we live.
What's that feeling? I'm the realest. All them nights I had to struggle trying to find some dinner. They don't really love me. They not really for me. When I die, is you gon' show up to the ceremony? I just bought a Bentley just to bet you Christian Louboutin to make a switch religion. I'm not stupid, baby, but the mansion is. Me and Benji are related like relatives. I'm a brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit, don't need no.
Show off your top plays.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live, how we live.
Today on 2K TV postseason, we break down some head-to-head matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening this week in 2K16, and give you a chance at some VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we break down some head-to-head matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in 2K16. TV postseason. We break down some head-to-head matchups.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
No idea.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy.
The Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg. New group here. Omer Asik. He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Hansbrough comes in for Jared Sullinger. Bradley's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Alexander's checked in for Mozgov. Harrell comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And Freak subbed in for Shumpert. On the court for Cleveland. Freak in at shooting guard. Alexander is out there with Harrell. Then there's Irving. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Bradley. Clock at 6. And here's Freak. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Now Smart. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Pass to Asik. Now here's Crowder. Defense is right there. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 5 now.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Freak kicks to Harrell. Cleveland moving it around. Down low, here's Alexander, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that have been the biggest three-point threat since the All-Star break. The Cavaliers 4th.
Kevin, it's really hard to explain, but perhaps their whole team was motivated by watching the three-point shootout during the All-Star break.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The dish now to Usher. Left side, Bradley. Hansbrough setting the pick for Bradley. Plays it up and banks it in. Bradley's got his first points in this one.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Freak with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
Now here's Crowder. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 1. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Freak.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. The past month has been surreal. 13th in three-point field goal percentage, 14th in scoring, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And nobody's able to guard him out there. I mean, defenders have been trying to get physical with him, but it doesn't bother him. He just shrugs it off.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Cleveland.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He finished with 13 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. His outing ensured that his team would keep their hot streak going. An important factor indeed, guys.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And the shot's good from Crowder. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Here's Hansbrough. Rebound by Harrell. The Cavaliers trailing. 1:02 left in the second quarter. And a wide open look for Freak. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Thomas's shot is off.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
There's a screen by Hansbrough. Shot by Crowder, no good. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. The 11-footer, and it falls over the rim and in. And it's 8 points for Freak.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Smart kicks to Thomas. Thomas with another miss. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
All right, fellas, still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great...
Some changes for Boston. Hansbrough's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Avery Bradley comes in for Jay Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Alexander's checked in for Mozgov. Carroll comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for James. And Freak subbed in for Iman Shumpert. So on the floor for Cleveland. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Carroll is out there with Smith. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Alexander in at the 5. The shot by Sullinger, wide open, and the jumper is on the mark. Sullinger's got 11 points. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's Freak, 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Bradley. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
6 to shoot. Freak. Here's Alexander, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Dwayne Wade on the wing, covered by Smith. Wade against Smith. Now, here's Wade. He's tightly guarded, and Bradley gets it to go. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to Milwaukee.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Gobert, he's checked in for Boston. He got right to the cup using that screen. And that's 13 points for Jared Sullinger. And the Cavaliers with possession here. A 2-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Offensive rebound. Here's Freak. No good on the three.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Wade outside. Feeds it to Sullinger for the tie. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. The first free throw is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them.
He's checked in for Boston. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Isaiah Thomas out there was smart. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. They set the screen. Here's Freak. No good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well,
Dwayne, you had a huge impact on the boards tonight. Was that something you tried to...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instrument. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
side, you will have a slot, but it will be blocked off if you're using the single. Now, if you want to do dual,
fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go.
Still 1.5 millimeter, and the center post is 2 millimeters. So all of you out there that want to do those 20 gauge, 22 gauge oil builds, this RDA is perfect for you. And look at those wells. Those things are deep as hell. I'll give you specific centers, what the sizes are. I'm going to caliper them. I'll give it to you in the actual video. But as you can see, they are really deep. Let me see if I'll help.
Gold cuts. About to get some gold cuts.
You can really see how deep these things are. I mean, truly.
We gotta be better at containing the basketball.
I'm gonna guess.
Let's set up in some one-on-one full court. You know the drill. Intensity. Intensity!
Cotton in there. Sorry for bumping the camera. You could stuff a whole lot of cotton in there. And I like the fact that they are all hooks out of screws to tighten the pleat.
Alright, I feel you.
To hold it tighter, you don't have to worry about
You're not gonna do it again though. For that.
tight.
Why did I do that?
Them too much, you will clip your leads.
Wow, I did not mean to do that. I meant to cut back. No. You think you're going, buddy? You're not going. What the?
It'll be very easy to smash those leads and break them off. There's the Big Jam RDA up
Oh, I should just do the dunk. Honestly.
and a copper contact with our serial here, which happens to be 67. So, there you go.
I tried to do a fancy layup.
That's it.
That obviously didn't work.
Personal with the Big Jam RDA.
Shit.
Okay, so now you see it close up.
No. Give me that.
Got that out of the way because I know a lot of you wanted to see it without the build on there. I showed you the build I had earlier, not too close up.
No.
You don't need a lot of width. More width equals less room for juice. Now, I guess you could stuff cotton down in there, not heavily stuffed, but just stuff it in there and you may get a few extra drops because cotton is more absorbent. But I don't know how much oil because, sometimes too much cotton ends up like fish oil and then you got a powder juice in the bottom that isn't getting baked. But overall, this RDA is top notch, absolutely one of my favorites. And it does the job very well. Great flavor, great vapor production. You can get a good throw hit if you close off the airflow some. It just all around works very well. I've tried it on my works beautifully. The copper post contact for the 510, super conductive. It's like a running drum. The thing is just unbelievable. The threads on it are beautiful. Airflow control ring moves wonderfully with, when you unscrew the top cap and then you can lock it in place and it doesn't do it all. Next, Allen hex keys on the posts because they seem to hold the wire a little bit better. Also, about the posts, the center post, 2 millimeter mark, get all your twisted platinum coils, 22 gauge, 20 gauge, probably twisted 20 gauge. I mean, they're huge. They're absolutely huge.
Fuck. This is my first time losing.
Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
Oh wait, I forgot I already did. My first time losing a drill.
look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger, Akeem Mosabi, the horses are good. The 10-gallon tracks, the hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps, rocking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar Foundation to treat, we brand stole shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession.
Show off your top plays.
Camille to NYGs, I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me, action boy in the back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for time and sex. The Joe Biden, McKay.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The regular season on its last legs. We can almost taste the playoffs from here. Kenny, how do they taste?
Wait, hold on. Ooh, tastes like chicken.
Barbecue chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, they've yet to win against this squad this season. 2 games, 2 losses. We'll see if their luck changes tonight. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie? Back in the day, everyone tried to play a full 82. Even if you had a sprained finger or head cold, you're like, forget that, I'm playing. But my advice, if you have a shot at home court, you go for it.
You would play with a head cold?
Oh, my gosh.
I never got a head cold.
You're a warrior.
I always play with a head.
The Cavaliers are out of Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just 1 game and looking to play well for their home fans. And at 6th place in the East, they're a team that's not quite in that top tier, but when they put it together, watch out.
And they come into this game trailing 2-1 on the season series. A little added motivation tonight, no doubt about it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Detroit leading by 3. The drive by Jackson. Here's Drummond. That's tipped, and he recovers it. And that one's good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Indiana.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, that's always a disadvantage when you get blasted on the glass. They needed to do a much better job of getting inside position. And if you can't do that, it's going to be a long day on the backboard.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Freak. And that one comes up a bit short. Pistons leading by 5. Jackson with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
And now the Pistons fast break. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Both teams deciding to change it up. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
They set the pick. Now here's Freak. Posey covering. And another miss by Cleveland.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
He kicks to Jackson. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Posey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Freak. Posey covering. Now here's Freak. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Fires at the elbow. He squares up and sinks it.
I'm gonna keep doing that.
9 seconds left in the first. Here's Cohen. It's stolen by Smith. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, up by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career. And Blatt, one of the most successful Americans. Ilyasova comes in for Marcus Morris. And Middleton subbed in for Justin Holiday. And then for Cleveland, Iman Shumpert has come in for Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. On the court for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Freak in at the 1. Ilyasova with the ball. Picked up by Love. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Drills the three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 13.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He picked up 10 points and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And here is Posey. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Shots good by Middleton.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Freak. Six on the shot clock. The high post shot. And another miss by Cleveland.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc. 3
of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. Pass break Detroit. Middleton outside. Back to Drummond. Johnson draws the double. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Middleton for 3. And James pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Dishes it to Freak. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
A different look now for Cleveland. Alexander's checked in for Mozgov. Harrell comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Arthur in for James.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Freak. And so we wrap up the first half. Pistons ahead as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Every day is better with a cup of Seattle's best coffee. Premium beans, specially roasted for a smooth taste. Drink up.
I'm like saying something wrong. I don't want to be wrong, but everyone thinks that's going to be hard for us. So that's insane. That's awesome. I just got home from eating set, and I was kind of hoping that my fish would have been moving, but he stayed spot.
All right, we've got some work to do, but it's not too late. Let's put our stamp on the second half. Now, a few things.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in...
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Freak. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Shot clock at 5. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Jackson is doubled. Now Posey. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Cavaliers. And so the Pistons take the win. Probably.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game. Reggie Jackson. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them through. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is
You must be frustrated with all those mistakes out there tonight. What are you going to do to try to limit those next time out?
Nothing. Turnovers don't bother me, man. It means I was trying to make something happen. I wish my teammates would try it every once in a while. Take a little pressure off me for once. Next.
How much blame do you place on your teammates after not finding a way to pull out a win?
If I had to put a number on it, I guess I'd say all of it. I know I did my part, and there's a bunch of other dudes that didn't do theirs, so why don't you go ask them what they think? Next question.
Well, it's no secret that you're approaching free agency. Are you going to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
Yo, I'm gonna have to refer to my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, on that one. He's your man if you want to talk business stuff like that. All I can say is I'm focused on finishing this season. I'm doing the best I can with this team. I'll think about all that other stuff when the season's over and me and my girl Yvette are sitting on the beach somewhere in Jamaica. And that's the truth.
right, fellas, let's change it up for a bit. How many threes can you make in a minute? Freak, start it up. All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
DJ Khaled.
Yo. What's up?
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it.
I'll join your part. You got an NC part? That's what I was gonna say. Are you playing? Which court? I see you. How come?